The Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, Mother of Christ, recently embarked on a mission to renovate the former St. Francis Hospital building into the Madonna Renewal Center. St. Francis Hospital had a long and distinguished history in Freeport, having been built in 1889 under the guidance of Father Cletus Calvillage, pastor of St. Joseph's Parish. Father Calvillage cast in his life insurance policy to buy the land on Walnut Avenue so a hospital could be built. This hospital was the first in Freeport and served the surrounding communities as well. In the mid-1920s, the need for expansion resulted in the addition of an imposing monumental 5-story building and included a grotto of Our Lady of Lourdes. The hospital later closed its doors in 1965, and the original section of the hospital was demolished in 1967. In 1968, the remaining wing transformed into the St. Francis School for Exceptional Children, which was operational until 1999 when the school was closed. This historic landmark was given to the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary in 1999 by Most Reverend Thomas Doran, Bishop of Rockford Diocese at that time. This is the former St. Francis Hospital that the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary are in the process of renovating. As you can see, it is quite large and will be more than adequate for their project. As we walk toward the rear of the building, we see the convent in which the sisters reside. Tell us a little something about this project you have going. We understand it's called the Madonna Renewal Center.
Okay, Madonna Renewal Center. This had been a long journey for us, for the Immaculate Heart Sisters. When I use the word us, meaning for the sisters. It has taken us many years to kind of discern what God is calling us to do in Freeport, why God brought us in the first place into Freeport. We had this property, and for a long time we thought it was more of a burden. Let's get rid of it, let's sell it and go off. However, as we prayed and discerned, we felt God calling us to really complete a mission here, bring in a mission of service and hope. And then along the line, the thought, the inspiration kept coming, empower women, empower women. And in what way can we empower women? We eventually realized that God is saying something bigger than us, to us. That in many ways today our society lies to women or exploits women in different ways. We want to tell the woman, you have the choice, you have freedom, you have this. And yet, the woman that gets pregnant is not free, doesn't do that on her own. So where is the man in her life that she has a choice to get rid of the baby? Nobody talks about that. And yet we are taking care of the woman by saying, get rid of your child. And we know that naturally, a woman nurtures life. No matter your faith, whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, every woman, every real woman, every sane woman will feel the pain of having destroyed her child. And sometimes, even though the society says, get rid of the baby, the woman may go on and have an abortion, but she lives with the pain the rest of her life. All we are trying to do is to get a place, a home, because we know that it is pressure that pushes some women into all this abortion thing. They don't have a place to go. They may know, oh, I shouldn't kill my child, but they don't have the support system. And therefore, they feel their only option is to get rid of the baby and be free, in quotes. So we want to be able to provide kind of a home where this woman will sit and be able to reflect through what she's trying to do and then choose to nurture life instead of destroy it.
Okay, sister, now we're on the first floor of the old St. Francis School. Can you tell us how many floors you have and what's anticipated for each one?
Okay, we have 5 floors in the property, in this building. And the very first floor will only be for chapel space. The reception area we are hopeful that eventually the swimming pool area will be turned into a reception. And then we have a kitchen, a nice kitchen, hopefully when it is put back in shape. That's where they're going to be cooking their food. We have a big cafeteria also for them and some little offices in the first floor.
Now, what's going to be on the second floor then?
The second floor is going to be mainly classrooms, conference rooms, and meeting rooms for all the different programs we'll be doing in this property.
Will you be helping these women get GEDs or some kind of an educational background in addition to teaching?
Yes, hopefully we will be able to get them registered for some of these programs out somewhere, either at Highland or something, so that they could be going for classes while they are here instead of wasting that whole 2 years for nothing.
Wonderful. Now, what's on the third floor then?
The third and fourth floor are the residential areas. So they are going to be living on those 2 floors eventually.
And then what about the fifth floor?
It is a large conference hall in case of periods when we have large activities or programs for the community or different larger group. We'll be able to use the fifth floor.
And that's great. So your first attempt was the roof, and that's done. And now the second thing is to get rid of all the
mold and asbestos. Yes.
All righty. Thank you.
So we are hoping 200,000 will be on our palms to get this done, to allow people the opportunity to enter here freely.
Wonderful.
The situation we are, by the time we've gone midway, at least people are seeing clearly that we are determined to do this, and we are working with God to do this, you know. And then when you talk to them, they know you're serious. So there are people we have not talked to yet, but we will.
Wonderful. Okay. This is awesome.
That's a large hall area.
Eventually
we put kind of a divider. If we have smaller group, we use one end. If it is like we have a big program, we'll be able to open it up where we could have a larger sitting for programs in the community.
I really can't think of a better building in Freeport to do what you're doing.
Yeah. These are all going to be small rooms, like
wow.
If little groups want to meet, you know.
This is one amazing place, sister.
It is awesome. It is beautiful.
As I understand, sister, was it Bishop Dorn who gave you this building?
Yes. Bishop Durham was the one who invited us into the United States in the first place.
Wonderful.
And gave us this building at a very minimal amount, to help us carry on our mission in the United States. And that's why we refer to Freeport as our home, no matter wherever the Immaculate Heart Sister is working in the United States today. Freeport is our home. It is our regional house. It is. We for some time, when we got scared about because this building was costing us a fortune every year. Everything our sisters could have saved from anywhere is poured into maintaining buildings in Freeport. So there was a time we really decided, no, I think we better leave. We better leave. This is a quicker solution for us. But we also know that God's solutions are usually better solution. It is, we can't run from problems. We try to find ways of fixing problems. So all that we hope is eventually, at least once this is running, the building can maintain itself, and that will be less burden somehow on the sisters. That's all we expect from this, and the rest is service. And from this community, that was our first connection to the United States. We didn't want to run from it. We want to be party to its growth.
Okay, Sister Theo, we're in the back of the future Madonna Renewal Center.
Yes.
And show me what you have back here.
Okay. Just behind it, as we are looking, is the convent. This is where we are living already. The sisters' home, or the home of the Blue Nuns. I have no idea where we live. Okay. So this is exactly where we live. And as we walk down the path, we get to the playground. The playground is here. So many people have come to help us clear it up for the breakfast. You can see it. Still work in progress. So many trees tree trimmers have come, helped up. So we have outdated play equipment for kids. Hopefully what this does is we'll eventually reinstall them so that at least the kids will have places to play as they are here, or if we have other programs, there will be a place for the kids to play and relax with their parents. And kind of a prayer and reflective places. As we have trees, people could sit by the trees and pray eventually. And our goal is that hopefully in the future there will be people to donate kinds of little statues, little things to put around the places. People could have their quiet time, just come in for a quiet space.
So it's a quiet healing place?
Yes.
A place of spirituality, physical,
yes.
mental, spiritual healing?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And that's why we call it renewal, you know. It doesn't matter what faith you belong to, that we all need renewal. We all need that space to be able to listen to ourselves, energize again and move up in life, instead of allowing life to break us.
Sister's now taking us behind the convent, which will be to the east of the convent. And what do we have here, Sister?
Yeah, we have a grotto of Our Lady of Lourdes. You know, a prayer place, a prayer space. We normally sit, relax individually and pray when we can. It's a quiet place, removed from all the noise around. One can easily sit here and reflect.
What a pastoral setting.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space. That don't need to be abandoned. Really need to be utilized to its fullness. Everybody is welcome in this space. Everybody who needs space to come, to pray.
How pretty. This is the east side of the Sisters' convent. And the convent is on the east side of the future Madonna Renewal Center. And then east of the Sisters' convent is this lovely pastoral garden. Who would ever think that this is right in the middle of Walnut Street in Freeport, Illinois? This is lovely indeed. Well, Sister, speaking as a member of the community, we're very grateful to you, Sisters, for your presence here. You're a real asset to the community, and we thank God for your presence.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, Sister.
Bless you too.
The founder of the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, Archbishop Charles Heery, was born in 1890 and was inspired by his pilgrimage to Lourdes. The Sisters hope to transform the former St. Francis Hospital building into a center of renewal and hope. Archbishop Heery displayed an overwhelming concern for the plight of the underprivileged, especially women and children. Over 75 years later, the Sisters are still carrying on this vision worldwide, and especially in the creation of the Madonna Renewal Center. They are determined to make this a safe haven for young women with unplanned pregnancy and those who seek quiet space to reconnect their inner strength. The center will serve women seeking shelter, counseling, and information in many various areas, including parenting skills. The Sisters are all extremely well educated and highly qualified for this project. All hold advanced degrees. Some have doctoral degrees in medicine, surgery, youth pastoring. Others have master degrees in psychology, mental health, education, accounting, and theology.